This is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Spiritual Messenger from SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, January 16th through Sunday, January 22nd, 2017. For this weekly reading, we're going to be using the Fairy Tarot deck by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And your special message card, depending on your stone of choice this week, is going to come from the Messages from Your Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. So before we get started to talk about the astrology for the week, let's take a look at your stones of choice for your special message card. Your first stone of choice is a beautiful clear quartz crystal cluster. Now, this is a very powerful energy amplifier, as all the clear quartz crystals are. It is something that enhances your psychic abilities. It attunes you to your spiritual purpose. And because this is a cluster with many different points in it, the cluster crystals are always used for group endeavors or group energy. So if part of your spiritual purpose is to work on a humanitarian level with like-minded souls coming together to better the planet in some way or to help humanity in some way, then perhaps this would be the stone of choice for you this week. Your second stone of choice is an Amethyst Point. Now the amethyst is obviously purple in color, so it vibrates to the crown chakra. The amethyst actually guards against lower energies. It helps to transmute these lower energies to a higher state of unconditional love. The amethyst helps you to access higher realms of consciousness, and it's very good for dream work and for meditation. And your last stone of choice, this is actually pink tourmaline, and it's in a matrix of quartz, but you can see the various pink tourmaline throughout. There's a nice little strand of it right there. Turn it around and you can see some more right here. But the pink tourmaline is of course a pink stone, and so it vibrates to the heart chakra. And this helps to attract love energy on all levels, both spiritually and on an earthly plane or the material plane. This is really a great stone for self-love, so it helps you to heal your sense of self-worth and love within yourself. And this helps to also cleanse the heart chakra or heal heart chakra wounds or emotional wounds. And it brings in a sense of peace and serenity. So again, your stones of choice for your special message card are the clear quartz crystal cluster, the amethyst point, or the pink tourmaline. So let's talk a little bit about the astrology for the week. Now, there's not a lot going on, especially until we get to the middle of the week. So in the middle of the week, there are some energies that I feel like this is going to be the most intense time of the week astrologically, because on Wednesday the 18th, the moon in Libra is actually challenging Pluto, planet of death and rebirth and transformation, and it opposes Uranus and Aries, which can bring some sudden and unexpected types of energies. And of course, the moon is our emotions and our feelings, and so this transformation and redirection of energies or unexpected energies is going to come in the realm of our emotions and feelings within relationship matters, because the moon is in Libra, the sign of partnerships and relationships. Now, as we move forward, as we go into the early morning hours of Thursday Eastern Time, the moon in Libra then connects with Jupiter, which is also in Libra and starting to slow down because it's going to get ready to go retrograde in a few days. I can't remember the exact date. It's not this week, but it is slowing down its energy. Now, the moon connecting with Jupiter is about our belief systems, and I feel like this is whatever happens when the moon squares Pluto and opposes Uranus, whenever it brings up this kind of subconscious, transformational, transitional kind of energy on Wednesday. We move forward a few hours later with the moon connecting with Jupiter, and this is about changing or expanding the way we perceive relationships or understand relationships. So there's a learning process there, and it actually can turn out quite good because Jupiter is the planet of blessings, and it usually brings very beneficial kinds of energies. So whatever happens there, I feel like in the long run it's a good thing. Now also though on Thursday, Mars in Pisces is in a challenging square aspect to Saturn in Sagittarius. Now, whenever we have Mars squaring Saturn, it feels like our physical energy is drained a little bit, we're feeling a little bit more tired, and Mars is in Pisces anyway. Mars being a planet of physical energy and action, and it being in a water sign of Pisces already kind of waters down our physical vitality. And then to, have it square Saturn, it just kind of makes us feel a little bit even more depleted than usual. So get a lot of rest, during the middle of the week. Again, you might feel more tired. Mars squaring Saturn can also feel like we're being held back or restricted in some way from moving forward. Now again, Mars in Pisces isn't the best placement for forward-moving energies anyway, even though all the planets right now are in direct motion, and that is a plus and a benefit for things being able to unfold a little bit more easily. I feel like until Mars goes into Aries towards the end of the month, which I believe is next week, in next week's reading, Mars will end up moving into Aries, and then it's going to be gung-ho, forward, steam ahead, let's really go forward here and take some action. But for the time being with Mars and Pisces, you just kind of have to go with the flow. And again, when it squares Saturn on Thursday, we're probably going to feel it on Wednesday. We might just have to hang back and allow divine timing to unfold naturally. So, just kind of move through the energy as best you can and stay balanced. This also might bring up some energies of judgment with people or with groups because Saturn is in Sagittarius, and while Saturn is transiting that sign of Sagittarius, it's bringing up lessons about our opinions and our judgments and our belief systems that we have that may be different than other people, other groups, etc. So that Mars squaring Saturn might bring some of that up as well. And then on Thursday, the Sun moves into the sign of Aquarius. Now it does this every year around this time. It moves into Aquarius. It spends about a month in each sign of the zodiac. So from now, the 19th of January, for about a month or so, the Sun will be in that sign. And Aquarius rules humanitarian endeavors, humanitarian efforts, connecting with people or groups of like mind. It's highly intellectual. It's highly scientific. So, bringing forth maybe more ability to work with that scientific level or that higher, even psychic and intuitive level. This is kind of like divine inspiration energy, really opening up our crown chakra and letting the ideas from spirit or God or universe kind of just flow in through that crown chakra. It can bring, again, some sudden and unexpected types of energies, not necessarily bad, not necessarily good. It's just that kind of energy with Aquarius. Aquarius rules astrology and computers and all things electronic, that kind of electrical kind of energy. Now, it's worth noting that Uranus and Pluto are very close together in a square. Remember over the past few years when all the astrologers were talking about the 5 squares between Uranus and Pluto that was really, going to be changing and transforming and redirecting humanity on a collective level? Well, Uranus and Pluto are within 3 degrees right now, and usually if two planets are within 5 degrees of one another, that's considered an orb, or the amount of space between two planets to make it really be significant as far as feeling the energies. And for all of January and for all of February, Uranus and Pluto are only 3 degrees apart, and they never come back together again because those Pluto-Uranus squares are over with. But because they're only 3 degrees apart, we're going to be feeling that energy. We're still going to be feeling that heavy-duty transformation, death and rebirth, transition, redirection kind of energy, especially when other planets set off that Uranus-Pluto in close square proximity. So I just wanted to make mention to that because a lot of us are feeling that kind of change energy. And, you know, for some of us it feels heavy, for some of us it feels scary, for some of us it feels exciting. And, you know, it's all in the perspective of how we look at it, but there is huge changes that have been happening in the last few weeks and will continue to happen in the next few weeks as those two planets are, again, within that orb proximity to one another. Okay, so let's take a look at the cards for this week and see what our angels and guides have to say for a message. Okay, well, we started off with a bang. We start out the week with Major Arcana number 13, which in this deck is the Release card. And the message at the bottom says, let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities and time to move on. So I'll let you just kind of read the bottom there for a minute and also take a look at the symbology of the card here. Now, this in the traditional tarot is the Death card. And the Death card is ruled by Pluto. It is about death and rebirth, and it's not about literal death and rebirth, although we sometimes will see transitions happening at that time. But this is about a metaphorical kind of death and rebirth. This is about, again, endings and new beginnings. And mostly with the Death card, this is about an internal death and rebirth. This is about something within us, old energies, old emotions, old belief systems, and it can be old circumstances and situations that we've been holding on to for dear life, but they're going through some sort of a change or metamorphosis, or again, needing to be released, just as this card says. You know, we have to release the old before the new can come in. We have to create that vacuum by letting go of something so that something new can be formed. So this is kind of an indication of things to come. We have this lovely peacock down here in the corner of the card. And peacock, to me, is a sign of hope and creativity and new and brilliant color in our lives. It's very kind of transformational in and of itself. Sometimes a lot of people associate the peacock with the phoenix energy, which is also one of the symbols for Scorpio, which is ruled by Pluto as far as this card is concerned. But let's go ahead and take a look at the second card and see what further information we can gain for the week. All right, so the second card for the week is the Queen of Autumn. And the Queen of Autumn at the top says generous, stylish, gracious, and practical. At the bottom, the message says, be practical with respect to how you proceed, the ability to make anything more beautiful, meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. Now, the Queen, this is the Queen of Earth or the Queen of Pentacles in the traditional tarot, and it does indicate that whatever challenges or heavier energies that come into play this week, just as I said, the middle of the week might be a little bit more challenging or heavy with some of those astrological transits, we want to deal with them in a very practical manner. We want to stay grounded. That's what the Pentacles or the Earth card, in this case the Autumn suit, suggests. It suggests staying grounded. You know, keeping your 2 feet on the ground, not getting swayed emotionally, not getting knocked off your center or knocked off your balance. So, you know, stay in that space of being very rooted, you know, rooted again in a sense of balance and calmness and peace, and just looking at whatever's going on through the eyes of knowing that it's going to pass, and, you know, taking practical steps to alleviate whatever stress or circumstances or situations are happening. Now, the Queen, of course, this is a very nurturing card too. You know, the Queens are always about the divine feminine energy. In the Earth suit, it kind of marries that with sort of a masculine sort of feel. So again, there's a strength about the Queen of Earth or Queen of Autumn. There's a silent kind of empowering feel with the Queen of Autumn. And this is the kind of energies, the personality characteristics or traits that I feel that you need to take on to move through this week's energies. They're also telling me that some of you may meet or connect with or have a meeting with a very strong woman who can help you in some way, help you to further your aspirations or goals, or maybe you're going to be in a working partnership with this person. I feel like this is a very good thing. This person is very stable, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the last card for the week. Okay, so we have the Six of Winter. Now this would be the suit of swords in the traditional tarot suit. And the Six of Swords, actually, out of all the swords, the sword suit is the suit of the mental realm, or a lot of people would term it the ego mind. Out of all the cards in the swords suit, this is actually one of the more positives. There's only a couple that are indicating, positive energy. And again, this is one of them. Number 6 is kind of an energy numerologically of balance. And that's what I feel here as far as the Six of Winter, is that we're in a state of balance mentally, which is very good as we move forward with things. But the message at the bottom says, positive changes are on the way, a welcome relief from troubled times, and traveling or relocating. Now, I feel like, this is the last card, so I feel like in this case, we're looking towards the end of the week, after that middle of the week kind of astrological energy that may be a little challenging. Then we have this mental relief. Then we come back into, a mental state of balance. Then we're able to look forward to things unfolding with divine timing. I feel like we're in a state of healing, even on an emotional level. There's a lot of pink in this card, and that reminds me of that heart chakra energy. So I feel like we're able to keep both the emotional body and the mental body in check and stay in a place of balance. I feel like I want to choose a clarification card for the Six of Swords or Six of Winter. Maybe get a little bit more information about some of those positive changes, or what may be, on the way, or just kind of see if there's anything else that Spirit and our angels and guides can tell us regarding that Six of Winter. And this one's calling my attention here. So we have another Swords card, the Prince of Winter in this case. So the Prince of Winter says, intellectual, determined, focused, and impulsive. Seek out an intellectual solution to your problem, the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. So again, this is another card of the mental realm. So this is kind of clarifying that whatever's going on, there's information coming in, and it's coming in quick and fast, or we need to, again, make a quick and fast decision about something, but we stay very balanced about it. I don't feel like it's too challenging or tough. We're going to move through that, and we're going to see, the direction that Spirit is heading us in, or giving us that inspirational kind of insight as to what we need to do. So this is, us staying very focused, but again, making some sort of quick kind of decision about something this week, at the end of the week, or towards the end of the week. All right, so let's go ahead and see what your special message card is, depending on your stone of choice. So for those people that chose the clear quartz crystal, the cluster of energy, so we're asking our angels and guides as we're shuffling here for whatever message, and this one is calling to me for the clear quartz crystal people, and it's Adriana. And it says, I am leading you towards the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. So whatever it is you're working on with your life path journey, your life purpose, maybe you're trying to connect with others of like mind to do so. Maybe it's just a personal project that you're working on. Whatever it is, your angels and guides are guiding you to that next step. I feel like this is also about moving up in your evolution and growth. I feel like you're raising your consciousness. You're kind of in a positive way intensifying your energies, and your soul is making kind of a leap or a move up to a higher level in your evolution and growth this week. Let me see if there's anything else here that they want to say. I feel like there's something very, like an inspirational message that you're going to be receiving from your angels this week. So it might be through a dream, it might be through meditation, it could be just in your waking time. So pay attention to, things like the backs of license plates or billboards, or something you read in an article or something you hear in a song, to just kind of give you that answer to maybe a question that's been forming in your mind. So pay attention to those kind of synchronicities this week, because I feel like that's going to be happening for you. All right, for those of you that chose the Amethyst Point, so let's give this a little shuffle. An Amethyst Point, people. Okay, no. All right, this one here is calling me. Amethyst Point. Oh, I love this card. This is Azure. This is one of my favorites. It says, your desired outcome will occur in the very near future. Have patience and faith, and don't try to force it to happen. Okay, so you can see in this card that Azure, this angel, is kind of jumping off a ledge almost, it looks like. She's getting ready to kind of fly and take a leap of faith. And this is what your angels and guides are telling you this week to do, is take a leap of faith and move forward. Now, I also get the feeling that you're not to push, though, just like it says. Don't try to force things to happen. This is telling you that, yes, you can take some actions, but to go with the flow and allow divine timing to be involved in this process. To know that, again, whatever it is you desire is coming to you. So just take that next step, take that next risk, or take that next leap of faith. Move in the direction of your goals and your dreams, and you are getting there. It is going to happen. Just don't, again, try to force it to happen, because that can actually slow things down. Feel like you're needing to also use your throat chakra this week in some way, your voice, so speaking, teaching, writing, blogging, something with the throat chakra, maybe just a meeting with somebody else, or discussing something with somebody else. But use that throat chakra energy in a positive way to further your goals towards your dreams. All right, and for those of you that chose the pink tourmaline, so let's give this a little shuffle. We're going to ask for pink tourmaline, and you know what? This one on the bottom is actually calling to me. Ooh, Mystique. I also like this card too. Mystique says, keep charging ahead and don't take no for an answer. Expect miraculous solutions to appear. So I'm getting the sense that whatever this is about, this is something that I feel maybe for quite some time you've been working on, whether, again, maybe it's a career goal, maybe it's about relationships, maybe it's about a project you're working on, and maybe you've been having some challenges along the way, or maybe you've been slowed down much more than you would have expected or wanted. I feel like if you keep on moving forward, if you keep on pushing ahead, you have confidence, you have this sense of self-assuredness, you have this sense of willpower, that you're going to be coming out of this darkness and into the light. That's what I see here, is this mystique here. This unicorn is coming out of the shadows and moving towards the light, because the light is starting to reflect on the face of this unicorn here. So expect that there's going to be a sudden and unexpected redirection or answer or some sort of assistance from someone or from spirit or universe for your project or for what you're working on or for the direction that you're heading as far as your life path. Let me see if there's anything else they want to say here. I feel like you're needing to come up with some maybe new and innovative ideas, something that maybe you haven't thought of before or tried before. So be a little bit experimental and try to come up with, again, something new as far as how to further this goal that you're trying to manifest. All right, so I hope everybody likes this weekly angel card reading. If you haven't watched the monthly angel card reading for January, go to my YouTube channel under Colleen Lemma and take a look at that video as well. For all of you who like and comment on my Facebook pages, Colleen Lemma and Sacred Soul Empowerment, I thank you all for that, and I'm very appreciative of all of your support, all of those that watch the videos or are connected with me on Facebook. So thank you all so much, and I send you all many blessings of love and light and many, many angel blessings.